everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And today we will be taking a look at the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe class Terran Thrash. And a very cool figure in my opinion, but he is not without his flaws. No. He does have some issues. Unfortunately, not a perfect figure, but it's still a fun figure nonetheless. But before we take a deeper look at this guy, we're going to show some various images of the packaging itself. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! And here we have Terran Thrash fully transformed into his motorcycle mode. Yes, one of the newer Earthspark figures that we have gotten here, and it looks pretty decent in my opinion. One thing he's missing is the sidecar. Unfortunately, the Warrior class version actually did the actual sidecar, and I think the Warrior class version definitely pulls off the ult mode a bit better because it has the sidecar, but this one is not too shabby. It's not too bad either. I love the fact that Hasbro gave him the proper Terran symbol. That is actually pretty cool. I like that. That's quite neat. He's the first Terran to get the logo, and yeah, very nice. You can see the hands are blatantly visible. Got a robot mode feet also blatantly visible. So yeah, he's all white, you know, and with some metallic blue paint. I think the handlebars are in that metallic color-ish, metallic-ish. I think so. Got the nice super paint on the right there on the sides and right here as well. Got the bronze-ish, gold-ish paint for the rims, which is quite nice. Got a little blue and silver for the little light right there, and yeah, you got the kickstand that can flip up if you really want to, or you can flip down all the way if you really want to. Hey, that's the thing you can do, but it helps him to keep standing. So yeah, and you got the little matte black for the seat, and actually looks pretty good. And I just removed the yes. I removed the landing skid there, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, the matte black seat actually looks pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I like that very much. And yeah, that's pretty much it for paint. Not a lot of paint for this figure. That's my one complaint with this figure. It's the lack of paint. Definitely could have used a bit more paint here and there, but all in all, it still looks pretty good as a motorcycle, although visible arms though. And it is what it is, but it still looks fine. It still looks pretty decent. So let's bring in some size comparisons. And there we go. There we have the full Earthspark collection that we have gotten here so far. So we got what, 7 Earthspark Deluxes here. So we got the Megatron, we got the Grimlock, we got the Prime, we got Bumblebee, we got Nightshade, and Twitch. So in total, we have 3 Terrans, 3 Autobots, and 1 Decepticon. Poor Megatron is the lone Decepticon, because why? I refuse to buy Shockwave and Starscream. I refuse to buy those figures because they are just lazy repaints of the Cyberverse figures, you know. And I also refuse to buy Prowl because he's just a hot rod mold all over again. So yeah, these are the only Earthspark Deluxes I'm keeping here. So, and they all look really good. They all look pretty good with each other, although the scaling is not that great because you see the motorcycle is bigger than the car, it's bigger than the truck, so bigger than a helicopter too. I mean, bigger than a drone too. Yeah, the scaling is really non-existent here for this line. But hey, at least I have these figures in my collection, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy to have all these Earthspark Deluxes. I mean, yes, bring me more, give me more, please, Hasbro. Give me more. I love these Earthspark Deluxes. I think these are pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So there we go. That's pretty much it for the ult mode comparisons right here. Now, Thrash does include some accessories of his own. He does include a little tiny black missile gun thing, so he does include that. He also includes a faux shield. So yeah, the shield is supposed to transform into the sidecar. I kind of wish the Hasbro engineered a way to make this transform into the sidecar. That would have been so much better. but oh well, it is what it is. So it's just a shield, nothing much else. So there you go. There's a port underneath here, so you could just plug in this black gun here if you really want to, or you can just plug this on top to that port right there if you really want to. And to store this on the vehicle mode, there is a port right back here, so you just plug in the shield right in there, and there we go. That is how you store the weapon in vehicle mode, and that is just ridiculous. That is just totally ridiculous. So I'm just gonna remove this for now. Oops, I tapped that. Anyway, just gonna remove that for now, and we shall begin. Let me change the color of the light here. For some reason, it wants to change color. I don't know why it wants to change color. Thank you. There we go. There we go. But anyway, so let us transform Thrash into his robot mode. Now his transformation is pretty interesting. I actually like the transformation for this figure. So first thing you want to do, you want to take the arms and you want to untab them from these little tabs right here. So just untab them from the sides right here, like so, and you want to bring all this up like so, like that, unclip that. Then you can take the shoulders and swing them out like so, and you want to take the this toe right here, just put this up so you can flip up the landing skid, and then close that up like so, and bring this forward, and there we go. You want to untab the back here, untab that like so, and you want to split the legs from that section right here. Just untap everything, straighten up the legs, bring down the leg, rotate it around, rotate the forefront, and then straighten up this other leg, rotate the leg to the forefront, and then bring this down on this hinge, bring that down on that hinge, and there we go. So now we can take this section here, just rotate around, and just bring the foot up, and there we go, one leg all done like that. So just rotate this around, and you want to rotate this foot around, and then bring this up, clip that in, rotate the foot around, and there we have the legs all done and ready, so he can stand up like that, and we'll just, there we go. All right, so just rotate waist to the forefront here, just bring this up like that, bring the chest piece down all the way so it clips into place, bring this section down, and then there's a tab. We're going to the slot right there. Just bring this up, tap that in, and there we go. So now we take the arms and just unfold them, and then rotate it, and rotate the wrists so that everything is oriented properly. Then we got an arm all done. Do the same thing on the other side. Just bring this down, rotate, and boom! And there we have Terran Thrash, fully transformed into his robot mode. And Thrash looks pretty neat in robot mode, I will say. He's not too shabby, not too bad looking, you know. Again, just like in bike mode, he needed a bit more paint, you know. He's a little bit bland for my liking, unfortunately. So out of all the Earthspark Deluxes, I think this guy is the weakest in terms of the paint, but you know, he still has some paint on him, like the bronze-ish color for the hips right there, a little bit of metallic bluish paint for the hips, and there we go. And then the silver paint on the toes right there, and you know, a little bit of silver paint on the forearms. And he got some nice paint work on his head sculpt as well. Got the goggles painted, which is nice. Metallic blue paint for the face, which is quite nice. Blue for the eyes. And metallic blue paint for the biceps, which is quite nice. I like that. You know, it would have been nice if the metallic blue paint was all over the body. So, but hey, but yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clean. You know, it's pretty clean transformation. I mean, hey, you know, he's pretty screen accurate. It just needed more paint. You know, he just needed more paint. That's my only complaint with this figure. Yeah. Now he does have some articulation of his own. He does have a ball joint at the head. He rotates a full 360. He can't really look up, can't really look down. The shoulders can rotate a full 360, move in and out. You do have a swivel at the elbow there. You got the elbow joint, 90 degrees of bend, wrist rotation, and there we go. You got a waist rotation, which is a little bit loose for my liking, but it is what it is. I don't know why the light loves to die on me for some reason, but here we turn light back on. Think, hey, nope, yep, you know what? Forget it. Anyway, the legs can move up the far, can move back, only that far. He can pretty much do the full splits. There's a thigh swivel right there, and there is a knee band, 180 degrees of bend right there. And you could use this joint if you really want to. You can break his leg, and then the feet can rotate a full 360, and there is an ankle tilt right there. So, yeah. Another complaint I do have with this figure is the joints. You know, the joints, especially this swivel right there, right here, for the feet. Yeah, very loose, very floppy. Yeah. I don't know if I can actually tighten those joints, but would have been nice if they were a little bit tighter so that those feet don't flop around. But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, that's another complaint I do have with this figure, with my copy of the toy, is those loose swivels for the feet. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't really care much about that. I don't really care that much about the waist swivel. It's just those feet. Those feet are very floppy on mine, unfortunately. Oh well. Oh well. But hey, let me check if the light still working. There we go. There we go. We fixed the light. It took all of like a few seconds. But anyway, so now what you can do with the weapons here in robot mode, you can take the shield. Take the gun out first. You can take the shield and you can just plug it onto the side of his forearm, like so. You can do that if you really want to. So that's pretty neat. And then you can take the gun right here and you can just put it into his hand. Now the instructions told me to put the gun like that, but no, I don't think that makes sense. So you just spin it around, and I think that makes sense. That makes proper sense? I think so. So there we go. There we have Thrash fully armed up with his weapons, and yeah, he looks pretty good with his weapons on. So yeah. So there we go. That's pretty much it for the robot mode there. It looks pretty good. Just wish he had more paint. But anyway, so let's bring in some size comparisons. And there you go. There we have Terran Thrash compared with the other Earthspark Deluxes I got in here. So we got the Grimlock, Twitch, Megatron, Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Nightshade. And yeah, again, scale is not really a thing. Because look at Twitch. Look at Twitch. She's taller than her brother. Like that's not right. That's not right at all. But anyway. But they all still look pretty good together, you know. I'm still loving these Earthspark Deluxes despite the scaling despite the inaccurate scale. But who cares about scale? Is scale still a thing in this Transformers franchise? I don't think so. I mean, it was never a thing in G1. It's not a thing right now, but anyway, regardless, they still look pretty good together. So that's pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons right here. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Terran Thrash. And you know, he's pretty cool on his own. You know, he's pretty neat for what he is. He's decent. Robot mode looks pretty decent. Bike mode looks decent. The only thing that really takes away from this figure is the lack of paint. Yeah, just wish he had more paint. He's a little bit bland for my liking. He's a little bit bland, quite bland. And another issue that I do have with this figure is the looseness in these joints, in these swivels. Would have been tighter. They should have been tighter. They could have been tighter, but oh well, it is what it is. But design-wise, he looks great. He looks good. You know, I really dig this design for Thrash. I think he looks pretty cool. I've always dug this design, man. And I'm glad that we got a third Terran in this Earthspark Deluxe line, and I really hope we get Jawbreaker and Hashtag in the end, so that we can have a full set of Terrans from the Earthspark toy line. I know there's a Warrior class Jawbreaker out there, but I'm gonna wait for that Deluxe class Jawbreaker to be revealed. So I hope that's much better than the Warrior class version. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's a case of your personal preference. If you prefer the Warrior class one, then you don't need to get this one. But if you want a figure that has more articulation, then this is the one for you. You know, this one definitely has more articulation than the Warrior class version. But yeah, and you know, yeah, I will give him that. But one thing that the Warrior class version can do is, you know, you can give him the half transformed version, or you can give him the sidecar. So and at that department, the Warrior class wins, you know, hands down. But I don't have the Warrior class version, so I can't really compare with this Deluxe class version. But you know, all in all, this Deluxe class version is still pretty good for what he is. He just needs some more paint and, you know, some more tighter joints. You know, that's the only thing he needs to be a much better figure. Again, articulation is pretty good for Deluxe, so he has pretty much all the articulation he needs. The transformation is pretty cool. I like the transformation. Got some very neat tricks with the transformation. So yeah, it's very fun, smooth. It works well. So I have no issues with the transformation. So yeah, I do like the weapons. The shield. Again, the shield should have been able to transform into a sidecar. You know, considering that this is the Deluxe class version, they should have engineered a way to transform this shield into the sidecar, but it's a faux shield, so you can't do that. So that's a bit unfortunate. So yeah. As far as overall though, it's a neat figure for what he is. Nothing fantastic, nothing spectacular. It's fun. It's a fun figure, and I do like fun figures. So yeah. There we go. There we go. So now, if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm just gonna give him a solid 7 out of 10. So yeah, lack of engineering for the shield to transform into sidecar mode, and the looseness in the joints here, and the lack of paint. Those are my 3 issues with this figure, my 3 main complaints, my 3 main gripes with the figure. Other than that, he's a pretty fun toy. He's a pretty fun toy, emphasis on toys. So there we go. So now I got this guy from One Toy, but if you want to get this figure of your own, hunt him down somewhere. Hunt him down. It's pretty much there. So yeah. And if you do find him, get him. Try him out. You know, if he works well enough for you, then cool. So. But there we go. So that is pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will never miss any of my new videos in the future. And you can always check out my Earthspark reviews playlist for any videos I may have missed. So I will post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Terran Thrash. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out to all I want, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah!
Greetings, Transformers fans. My name is Alita1. I would like to thank you for watching JJ Prime Reviews. If you would like to see more reviews, live unboxings, or even tutorials on the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Till all are one.